So to all the people watching, I can never, ever thank you enough for the kindness to me. I'll think about it for the rest of my life. And all I ask is one thing, and I'm asking this particularly of young people that watch. Please do not be cynical. I hate cynicism. For the record, it's my least favorite quality. It doesn't lead anywhere. Nobody in life gets exactly what they thought they were going to get. But if you work really hard and you're kind, amazing things will happen.
There's something so special about a monologue or a speech. When it's well thought out and well put together and has all this emotion, it feels like the speaker is talking directly to you. There's no screen. There's no 100 other people in the audience. It's just you and the person. And this person conveys their pain, their joy, their accomplishments and their shortcomings, often in the same speech. Maybe they're saying the importance of nothing, why we chose to go to the moon even though it's hard, the dangers of cynicism, how an award really doesn't mean anything, or the dangers of taking the fear of God out of children. These monologues can be long and hard to memorize. There are so many words and so many phrases that are so good, but you can't remember it all. But pieces of it will stick with you. They can act as a reminder to ground us even. As a reminder that it is hard to get up in the morning and go to work, but doing the hard thing is necessary. Like when JFK talked about going to the moon.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because that goal will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Because that challenge is one that we're willing to accept, one we are unwilling to postpone, and one we intend to win, and the others too.
Or the importance of nothing. We aren't owed a single thing. Nobody owes us anything. We wake up, we aren't owed anything. We shouldn't have a good day just because we woke up. We have to put in the work ourselves, as Nick Saban says.
Talk about the importance of nothing. You get up every day, you're entitled to nothing. Nobody owes you nothing. You could have talent, but if you don't have discipline and you don't execute, you don't focus, what do you get? Nothing. These
are ways to remember history. And if done well, and a lot of the ones we remember, obviously, are done well, then they stand the testament of time. They become a piece of history. JFK and MLK's speeches will both be remembered for generations. Nick Saban is another person like that. Sure, not exactly on the political side, but 100% on the sports side. For decades to come, locker rooms will play a Nick Saban monologue or speech and talk about the importance of nothing or how they took this from us and it's ours. And I said JFK and MLK, who are very, very important people in history. And you could argue Nick Saban is as well. Kanye, very influential. Jimmy Fallon. These people have all given important monologues, at least in my life. Conan O'Brien's another one. That's what we opened up with. Conan O'Brien talking about cynicism. These are technically, if you jumbled them all together, you'd be like, these are such random people. And these random people give the most beautiful monologues, either as tributes like Jimmy Fallon's or thank you like Drake's. And the late night show hosts somehow are geniuses at this. Now, of course, they're comedians and great at speaking. And they're great at formulating emotions in their brain and getting them out because that's what they do. And of course they have writers as well. If we had these types of writers, the best writers in the world like they do, I don't think we could give 1/10 of the monologues they give, especially when it comes to maybe something more serious. Like their job is 90% goof off. They get to just goof around for 90% of the time. And then that 10% of the time they lock in and they're like, something happened or this sadly is taking place and this is what I think and this is what I feel and so I need to say it. Like Jimmy Fallon when he's talking about Kobe's death. That is one of the most beautiful moments of Jimmy Fallon's career, and it's not like he's shooting the ball with the Knicks, right? No, he's talking about a death and how he lost a friendship in this death. Or when Conan O'Brien is getting kicked off the Tonight Show, he has every reason to be like, NBC sucks, they squandered me, they said you'll be the new host and now this other guy's coming back and I have every right to be this angry and just bash their name. And you know what he says? Especially to young people, he says, do not be cynical. You watched it earlier. Do not be cynical. I hate cynicism. It's my least favorite. That's not something everybody does. That's not even something that most people that would do it could even say. Because These comedians have just a better way of understanding. Or think about Stephen Colbert with Anderson Cooper, when he's talking with Anderson Cooper, and they're talking about how Stephen Colbert lost his dad and his 2 older brothers, 2 of like 11, a lot of kids, but 2 of 11 older brothers, the 2 closest to him, when he was 10 in a plane crash. And he talks about, what is grief if not a gift from God? This is the clip right here.
You told an interviewer that you have learned to, in your words, love the thing that I most wish had not happened.
I remember.
You went on to say, what punishments of God are not gifts? Do you really believe that?
Yes. It's a gift to exist. It's a gift to exist. And with existence comes suffering. There's no escaping that. And I guess I'm either a Catholic or a Buddhist when I say those things, because I've heard those from both traditions. But I didn't learn it that I was grateful for the thing I most wish hadn't happened, is that I realized it.
These people, a lot of times comedians, like Theo Von has these beautiful moments where it feels like somebody's talking through him, because I thought he was just this stupid guy who makes funny jokes and a great podcast, right? He's arguably one of the most emotionally advanced people ever. Same with Kanye, but that's a different conversation because people don't want to hear that. Like, these people have real emotion and they describe it because they know how to describe their emotion. This is their job. But their job is to describe the funny one. So when they get the chance to describe these sad, these depressing emotions, they do it so beautifully. And monologues are not just real. They can also be fictional, like in movies. Like, you take the Good Will Hunting bench monologue, for example. When Robin Williams' character, I can't remember his name, but he's the community college professor and Will's like therapist, and he talks on the bench about, you don't know what real love is. You feel for these scenes. Your heart breaks for these scenes. This guy loved this woman and she sadly died of cancer, and he did everything he could. And you just feel like you're in this. You feel like you're right there, maybe just listening in on the conversation. It makes you feel this real pain, even though it's a totally fictional story. Or even on the complete opposite side, with motivation, you have the movie The King, in which Timothée Chalamet plays the King of England at the time. It's like early, I don't know when it actually takes place, I can't remember. I think like from the 1000s to like the 1300s, somewhere in there. And they're invading France for some reason. I watched it like last summer, so it's not quite fresh on my mind, but I vividly remember this speech where he's like, right before they're going into battle, he's talking, well, here, just watch it.
What matters is that you know in your hearts that today you are that kingdom united. You are England. Each and every one of you. England is you. And it is the space between you. Fight not for yourselves. Fight for that space. Fill that space. Make it tissue. Make it mass. Make it impenetrable. Make it yours. Make it England. Make it England!
Like, that speech motivates me, right? I want to go fight for England. And I'm an American. See, these monologues in movies and in real life have this way of shaping our lives. If you're not careful, these speeches and monologues can shape your life poorly, but if you do it right, they will shape your life in a better way. And I'll end with Kanye's speech about finding God and the fear of God, because I think that's one of his best ever rants or just speeches in general. It's on the Joe Rogan podcast now. I know Kanye's controversial, but I genuinely believe this is one of his best works. In music, in life, in art, in architecture, in fashion, just in general, this one thing is so important.
The thing is, when you remove, like even in the schools, you remove prayer, you remove God, you remove the fear of God, you create the possibility of the fear of everything else. But watch this. If you instill the fear of God, you eliminate the fear of anything else. And it's not that I am fearless. I am literally shaking and in so much fear of my Father. I fear God. And I don't fear nothing else.